the referees were really on the 49ers side all early in the game. As a matter of fact, the first 2 quarters, I think there were 3 or 4 penalties, and they all went to Kansas City. Now, do I think the NFL and the Super Bowl is rigged? I'll say it again. I do believe it. I'm not going to quote it, and I'm not going to point out things that happened in this game that are kind of fishy. In this game, it was anybody's game going into the fourth quarter. Anybody's game. And Patrick Mahomes didn't have a good first half, but in the second quarter, in his third quarter and the fourth quarter, he took over the game. He took over the game. And Travis Kelce, shame on you, man. Shame on you, what you did to Andy Reid, okay, in the first quarter, because you weren't getting the ball. You were crying about it. I couldn't believe that Andy Reid let this guy step back on the field. Now, I understand it's a Super Bowl, and I understand you need Travis Kelce. And yes, he had 9 catches for 92 or 93 yards.
Yeah.
Whatever. Travis Kelce did not look good in the first half.
Nope.
He didn't. I think he had 1 yard in the first half.
1 catch on a screen pass. That was it.
1 yard.
Yep. And he didn't have another catch.
And he had a sour puss face when he stepped off the field after the second quarter. You saw his face. Mm-hmm. And I told everybody at the party that I was at, you expect Travis Kelce to see the ball at least 8 or 9 times in the third and fourth quarter.
Taylor Swift made a call to Andy Reid and said, "You better get my boyfriend involved."
I don't know what it was, but it was something. And Travis Kelce did not have a great game. Even though he led all wide receivers in catches and yards, it doesn't matter. Travis Kelce did not have a good game. He didn't. In the fourth quarter, he made that big grab that got him into field goal position so they could kick the field goal.
Range, yeah.
And it hurt me because I would have won $5,000. But nevertheless, Travis Kelce was the reason why I didn't win $5,000. But he didn't have a good game. And going into overtime, and by the way, there was a story that came out, and I know Josh Silverberg sent me this, and I do want to read this because it's pretty funny when you think about it. And I'll say this. I've been telling everybody for a long time, Speedy, I think it's been 5 years that I believe the NFL is scripted. I've said it.
Yeah, that sounds like you're in 5 years.
Adam Schefter on February 6th, regarding the Super Bowl, he says, regarding Sunday's Super Bowl 58 matchup, CBS Sports Chairman Sean McManus quipped, "The NFL has alerted us that for the first time ever, we will have a double overtime game in Super Bowl 58.
Wow.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. The game went to overtime. There was 6 seconds left, and the Kansas City Chiefs were on the, 8-yard line, 9-yard line? And before he threw that Andy Reid special to Mecole Hardman.
Yeah, the same play they ran Chiefs twice
They
last year.
run that play every single time. They ran it against Miami this year. They ran it against Buffalo. They run that play at least once every game. It's the Andy Reid special. And I'm not going to blame Steve Wilkes for that. I'm going to blame Kyle Shanahan, because if you know how to read defenses, you would know. Read offenses, you would know as a defensive-minded coach, which you're not. You would know to call a timeout on a play like that when your team is your team is up in the game and you only have 6 seconds left in the first overtime.
More of Wilkes' problems are on the third down defense play calling, not that red zone.
It was a horrible, horrible, horrible position the Kansas City Chiefs put the 49ers in with 6 seconds left. And I told the Beef and I told everybody at the party, you watch, this is going into a double overtime. It's scripted. And what happens? Kansas City plays the same route, uses the same route with Mecole Hardman. They've done with Scantling, which they've done with Tony. They've done this many, many times. They ran the same route, not on the left side, but on the right side. And they beat the 49ers in the final, in the first overtime with 4 or 5 seconds left of the game.